I have an exciting surprise to tell you guys today. Well, actually, let me show you. Have you ever been at work and the lunch thief strikes again from the fridge? Or had that stupid coworker make you miss another deadline? Or even the nerve of someone else getting a promotion instead of you? Well, don't feel bad. This happens to a lot of people. So many, in fact, that Mr. Reddito is launching his third channel on the brand. And today I present you with Mr. Reddito Office Drama, a complete daily adventure with some of the most gossip-rich drama that happens at the daily workplace. This is not something you'll want to miss. Make sure to press the link below and subscribe to Mr. Reddito's brand new channel, and I'll see you there. Welcome back, guys. I hope you subscribe to the new channel, and I will see you there. But right now, we're going to talk about a story. It's a story about a fiancé who does something unforgivable. OP says she does not think that they can work past this. Make sure you stick to the end, and we'll discuss what the heck just happened. To preface, my family owns a business that's very well known in our sector. Makes loads of profit. Thus, I'm a trust fund baby. I try not to be spoiled and have always worked myself. I met my fiancé Mark when I was 20 and working as a waitress. We began dating a few months later and he proposed to me last year. Now, Mark is not poor. He's upper middle class, and while he doesn't struggle in life, he did not have to spend much and lived very frugal. I thought he was an honest man because he always wanted to pay for his own stuff, reject expensive family holidays when we're still dating, and he would cook for me instead of going with me to fancy dining restaurants. What I want to say is that I never had the impression that Mark was trying to take advantage of me or my family. In the beginning, my family was a little sketched out and brought up the gold digger argument, and I stood up for him and fought with my dad. They came to love and accept him, and when Mark graduated, Dad hired him, and now he's in a high-earning position. Sunday, I was supposed to work in the evening, and I was going to stay with my sister. But I got a fever and was basically just non-functioning, so I stayed home. Instead of staying in our bedroom, I made my way to the guest room that's better ventilated, has a mini fridge and its own bathroom. I didn't want to stand up at all and walk around, so I just bunkered all my stuff there and closed the door. Well, Mark came home when I was fast asleep and I was woken up by loud voices in our garden. I pushed the curtains a bit to the side and Mark was there with a few friends. Just as I wanted to say hello, I noticed they were talking about me. His friend kept laughing and calling Mark the man. Then they started laughing about me being so willing to not sign a prenup. Then one of the girls that was there said something along the lines of, "Jesus, you about to make some bank, Mark." Mark laughed and said, "Yeah, just 3 more years and I'm free." At this moment, I felt sick to my stomach and wanted to throw up. I kept hearing them calling me Trust Fund Barbie and stupid stuff and so on. I didn't know what to do, so I just lied there, petrified in my bed, and waited till the people left and Mark went to sleep. I texted my sister and snuck out to her place in the middle of the night and just passed out without telling her anything. I returned home and just told Mark I was sick and did not want to make him sick. My sister has been really worried, but I just feel so ashamed about everything. My family was right. Mark is a gold digger, and I fell for it. Even if I tell my family what happened, I have no proof. My father can't fire him just because he's a jerk. As far as I know, he's excellent at what he does, and he has no legal foot to fire him, I think. I just feel so confused, ashamed, and angry, and would appreciate some insight. What's up, guys? Mr. Reddito here. I hope you're having an amazing day. There's a complete update for this story, and let me just tell you, things are about to hit the fan. Don't forget to subscribe to the new channel, Mr. Reddito Office Drama. You can find that link directly below in the description, and we have daily stories on there too. So go ahead and check that out, and let's go ahead and jump into this update. First of all, I want to clarify some questions that came up in the OP. Mark could not have seen my car, and I know I was home because I don't have a car. I don't drive Uber around, and driving makes me anxious. I only do it when necessary. I don't work as a waitress anymore. I worked there the first time I was in university. Mark wasn't hired as a high executive right away. He did not take the job from anyone. He started as a normal intern and worked his way up. And yeah, they weren't joking. They've never made that kind of remarks in my presence. Also, I doubt calling me a stupid trust fund Barbie qualifies as a joke. But anyways, guys, here's the update. I was very tempted to play the long game and lead him on, but I decided to just present him with a prenup to look at his reaction. After telling my dad, we invited Mark for lunch and would serve him the prenup there. However, to be sure about things, I asked him if he had anyone over, because our neighbors complained about loud noises. He said yes, his buddies were there. He did not mention the girl that I saw. We finished lunch and Dad served him with a paper, saying that it was a must for getting married. You could instantly see that he did not expect this. He got angry and asked me to speak to him alone. We went into the other room and he began babbling about blindsiding him and that this just really feels like a personal attack. He was trying so hard to sell me the role of victim and make me out to be the villain. Then he just said that he needed to think everything through and left. I have to admit, I kinda broke down and began second-guessing me, but I could keep it together. My family happily did not pull the "I told you so, we looked into everything, and I have the legal right to a victim" card. The lawyer handled everything, wrote an official eviction notice, and after a lot of talk, Dad decided to present Mark with a deal so that he could leave the company. After that was all sorted, I decided to just simply text, as one of you suggested, "Hey Mark, Trust Fund Barbie here. As you said, you would be free in 3 years, so I'll do you a big ol' favor. Set you free now. Kisses." My phone completely blew up with Mark's messages after I sent that. He texted and called me so many times I had to switch my phone to airplane mode. He came to my sister's place as he wanted to explain the situation. He promised it was just a joke a million times. I said, well, yeah, that's not cutting it. They disrespected me in my own house, and I did not want to be with someone that puts me down in order to appear better. He pleaded. He cried. He begged me not to end things. When I wasn't budging, he got mad and accused me of spying on him and ruining his life. Honestly, really, dude? Then, his manner changed once again to apologetic. He eventually owned up to the comments he made, still insisting that it's just a crappy joke. And then, when I asked him why he did not tell me about those random girls that appeared to know so much about me, he told me this is weird little story of them being cousins from his buddies, and they knew of me because of my Instagram. Yeah, come on, bro. My account's private and I have 30 followers. I stood strong and I ended things with him. I'll never know exactly his plans, but it's better to have things this way. We still have to sort out some financial stuff, but after that, I won't ever see Marky Mark again. Sorry for any mistakes, I'm really sleepy. Just thought it would be good to update you. Okay, so I found a similar situation comment. It reads this. Guys, this is very common if you have family money for people to joke about. You not being a person, simply an amount of money. I've been with my current partner for 5 years now, and she's regularly told by her friends and family to get pregnant and be set for alimony just in case we don't work out. That way, she's protected for 18 years. The world's full of people who struggle, people who do not want to work for varying reasons, and they tend to not hide the fact that they view you as a solution to their problems. The amount of people who gravitate towards you but don't care for you is the slightest disheartening. Guys, that's a pretty deep, similar situation. I want to know your thoughts on that, so drop them down below and maybe tell me a situation you've been in. Now we're going to turn our attention to the final story of the day that comes with every single update. Am I the a-hole for taking my daughter out of dance class because of her mother ruining it for her? So, my daughter's 5 and she's been dancing since last year. Her mom's a former gymnast and wanted her to do that, but my daughter didn't like it at all and prefers taking tap and ballet classes instead. I knew this bothered my wife, but I did not expect her to alienate herself from the other moms and the instructor. She says she feels like our daughter isn't being used where she should be, and that her and the instructor constantly get into it with each other, and my wife just feels like she has knowledge with the gymnast background, and that's why the instructor should take note of what she's saying. My wife is very competitive, and I do admire her drive for that, but it seems like the pushback between her and her instructor has caused a lot of tension in the class. This has caused the other moms to get mad when my wife would bring up how their daughters were being treated in comparison to ours, and now the entire experience is ruined for our daughter. Since the other moms don't like my wife, they no longer invite our daughter to playdates and other outings, which the girls talk about in class, and it makes my daughter come home to me and cry about how she wants to go on playdates with her friends. I spoke to my wife about it, and she just said that she'll make her friends in kindergarten, and it's not that serious. But this is a studio she plans for our daughter to attend for years. I don't understand how she doesn't get how her conflict with the other parents won't cause our daughter to feel excluded. She told me that other moms are just rude, and she'll always stand up for herself and our daughter, and that I need to stop being so, quote, scared of them. My daughter doesn't even want to go to class anymore. She cries when I get off work and pick her up. The parents and instructors are cordial with me when I come inside for pickup, and one even invited my daughter to our daughter's birthday party, but specified that I be the one to take her. When I told my wife this, she blew up, got very upset, saying that it's weird she specified I take our daughter and she can't go. I told her that's ridiculous, but she would not budge, and it just so happened to fall on a work day, so I couldn't take her. I was fed up, and my daughter kept complaining about hating that studio and not liking dance, so I disenrolled her when I went to pick her up, and she was crying about never wanting to come back. When I went home and told my wife, she got so mad, said I'm an evil a-hole and that I should have spoken to her first before doing that. I told her that she is the one that ruined our daughter's experience with her fighting the parents and the instructors and alienating our daughter from the girls. She kept saying I'm the only one wrong and I'm the a-hole, since it's the best studio in town and others have wait lists for months. So guys, am I the a-hole? What's up guys, Mr. Reddito here. This story is heating up an intense argument/rivalry between wife and husband. Well, let's see how this one's going to end with this update. A quick recap. It's my wife got into a conflict with instructors and parents at her daughter's studio, causing her to be alienated, and in return, I unenrolled my unhappy daughter from the class. I felt a bit conflicted if I did the right thing, but after reading your responses, I felt content that I did in fact make the right decision. I even showed her comments, but she refused to look at my phone for long. I thought after getting mad, my wife would be able to get over this and see my side, but unfortunately things became very bad. She told me a week after she was going to enroll our daughter back in gymnastics, like she had initially wanted, and my daughter overheard her saying this. She did not want to, and started crying. My wife completely ignored this and went on talking to me, saying she's sick of me enabling quitting, and that our daughter needs a better role model. I was sick to watch her ignore our crying daughter, and told her that we already tried gymnastics and our daughter simply does not like it. She said it'll be different this time and that her word is final. Well, we kept arguing about this, and she went out to enroll our daughter into gymnastics again, and started taking her while I was at work. I was furious that she could not respect my wishes, but she said I wasn't respecting hers. I told my wife that she has control issues and is trying to live through our daughter, and this made her extremely upset. I recommended therapy, like a lot of commenters said to this, and it set her off. She started accusing me of infidelity, saying that the mother at the daughter's old studio, who specifically asked that I bring my daughter and not my wife, is the reason I'm starting issues for, quote, no reason. And that she found it weird that she specifically asked for me and not her, and that means something more. I said, well, that's because all the moms hate her and did not want her to be around, so she cursed at me horribly, saying disgusting things that I don't want to type because, well, I'm shocked I married someone so vile. She wasn't always like this. She was a kind, caring woman before this whole gymnastic ballet fiasco, and her tiger mom side came out. I know, it's crazy, and I wish I could say different, but I'm seeing this headed towards divorce. We haven't slept in the same bed for 3 weeks, and she won't talk to me about anything other than the house, our daughter, and the dogs. I'm embarrassed to tell anyone this because I find it bizarre and so weird that so much conflict has stemmed from something as innocent as a child's sport. So yeah,